Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's doing amazing this morning. We're a little chilly, a little windy, we had some 40-mile-an-hour gusts last night. So we're still standing. We're still here. Nobody was blown away. So that's a good thing. So I want you to settle in. I want you to become aware, and I want you to think about what we've been discussing for the last couple of weeks, science of getting rich. And I want you to put yourself into a relaxed state, an aware state of connection. I'm going to take you into your sanctuary. And we're just going to sit in our sanctuary, this place of awareness, this place of connection to our highest and best versions of ourselves, where we have access to all of our pillars. And we're just going to go on a little science of getting rich awareness journey. So take a big breath. Exhale a little more than you normally do. And on the exhale, hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Big breath in. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale slowly. 3, 2, 1. Hold it. And after that hold, come back to your normal breathing. And in just a moment, we're going to get a little bit more relaxed. We're going to enter into our transport, and we're going to move instantly and effortlessly to our sanctuary of undevelopment and achievement. On the count of 3, we'll be in our transport and moved into the hallway, dropped and delivered into the hallway of our sanctuary. 1, 2, 3. You're transported effortlessly, energetically, with love and emotion, and you are now in the hallway of your sanctuary. As you walk into the sanctuary, you feel something different. Things look different. They smell different. They sound different. They feel different because you're aware of your wealth attachment, your connection to your highest and best version. You understand your personal science of getting rich. And as you move into this space and into this place, into the center of your sanctuary, you feel this extra calm awareness, this intensity of your capability and capacity. And you find your seat, your most comfortable seat inside of your sanctuary. And you can hear the sounds that are being shared inside your sanctuary, be it the sounds of birds or a waterfall or a brook running through your sanctuary, or the ocean crashing upon the sounds and the shores of your sanctuary. It's your sound. Pick it. Find that most peaceful, connecting vibration that serves you. And bring your awareness to this vast, intelligent substance that permeates all things. That thinking substance. It's all around you. It fills every nook and cranny and cell and microscopic part of your sanctuary. This thinking substance. There is a thinking stuff that permeates, penetrates, and fills the inner spaces. In this space in your sanctuary, you can literally feel the thinking substance, this formless intelligence that Wattles talked about. Visualize this infinite energy all around you and in everything flowing through you and responding to your thoughts. It's always present. It's always listening. It's always feeling. I want you to imagine the image of an animal. And right there in front of you, in the space of nothingness, the image forms. It takes shape and it shows up and it's there. The picture of exactly what you have in your mind is in the screen of your sanctuary. It happens that fast. Say this to yourself silently, just barely audible. I'd have you move your lips as to say these words. There is a thinking substance from which all things are made. It's abundant, it's endless, and it's available to me now and always. There is a thinking substance from which all things are made. It's abundant, it's endless, it's available to me right now and forever. Again, there is a thinking substance from which all things are made. It's available to me now. It's abundant, it's endless, and always available to me. And as you breathe in, imagine this creative substance filling your being, filling who you are, aligning with your desire. What color would you give this thinking substance that's all around you? So that when you lose sight or forget or get distracted, you simply think of the color and breathe that in. And the thinking substance begins to fill every cell in your body. Again, there is a thinking substance from which all things are made. It is abundant. It is endless. And it's available to me now and forever. Feel that. Feel the access of the thinking substance flowing into you, creating new images in your mind, allowing your thinking capability to expand, to excel, to come up with the solutions to things you say, I don't know, to. Instantly and without effort, you have access to this thinking substance. And now let's clarify your vision a little bit. See yourself living in the reality you desire. I want you to just sit quietly and I want you to transport yourself into your DMP, into your vision. You've accessed this potential that you've written down. It has now become a reality because you've thanked yourself to there. You have thought yourself to this point. You have sat in gratitude, knowing full well that this opportunity, this space, this energy is fully yours and totally available to you. You're now sitting in this financial freedom. Feel it. Inside this sanctuary right now, your vision has come true. You are sitting in your financial freedom. You have reached this initial goal. You're ready to set more. Let's sit here for just a moment and sit in this complete gratitude of awareness that you achieved this thing that was once a dream. I've achieved it. I'm sitting here looking at all of the things that have come into reality, that have come out of my thinking source, that I've permeated and penetrated and filled the thinking substance with. What's your body like? Is it more tone? Is it tighter? Is it leaner? What does your body feel like in this place? Feel it. What do your toes feel like? Are your toenails painted? Did you get a little pedicure? Have you had massages along the way and your body feels limber? Have you had some treatments done to make your body smoother, more supple? Sea salt or baths or mud baths? How does your body feel? I want you to sit in this image. I want you to imagine today what you will do. You've reached all the goals you've set: financial, family, relationship. You're in your perfect relationship. What does that feel like? You don't see their face because you're not going to try to tell the universe how to get it done. You just know that you're being loved, that you're loving, and it's being received. Sit in that energy. What does that feel like? What shifts in your body right now as you sit in your sanctuary and you feel the love of a soulmate? You feel your soulmate even more connected to you. What does that feel like? What does it feel like to have family? Family by blood, family by friendship. What does it feel like to have this family that's around you? Maybe you're going to a party today and you have all these folks who inspire you and you inspire them. And you're sitting with them and they love you. They love everything about you. They love your good parts and your challenging parts and the parts that make them smile and the parts that make them laugh and the parts that make them cry. They love every bit of you. You feel completely and utterly loved by these friends and family. Feel that energy. Feel it. It may seem distant. Bring it closer. Bring the sound of friends closer. Bring the sound of loved ones closer. How about society? You've built a community. You've built customers who are now lifelong friends, who trust you, who want to walk the beaches of the world with you. They're your customers. They're your clients. They're your business partners. You feel this connection with them, this community with them. They seem to be of a similar cut, of a similar mindset. They're a psychographic of people who are willing to do more, to have more, to give more. These are people who want more of what they want and less of what they don't, and they count on you. They look to you to help guide them. And you take a breath, knowing that you are a person of influence, that you are a person of love, and you feel these gifts you give being received by this handful around you, by the handfuls not at this event, by the thousands who have listened to your message. And you have a responsibility, an ability to respond to their caring, to their wanting, and you give them a chance to take action in their own world. And yes, you created this. Hold this vision with faith, knowing the formless substance is shaping reality to match these thoughts. Say this: my vision is real. Feel it. My vision is real. It's taking form as I think. My thoughts create my world. Again, my vision is real. It's taking form right now. My thoughts create my world. Again, my vision is real. My vision is real. My vision is real. My thoughts are taking form right now. My thoughts are taking form right now. My thoughts are taking form right now. My thoughts create my world. And I love this world. My thoughts create my world. And I love this world. Feel the certainty in your body, the deep knowing that this is already yours. Big breath. Exhale. Hold it. We're now shifting to gratitude. We're going to make it a deep shift, a deep state of gratitude. Feel this appreciation of the wealth, of all of the things that are coming to you, a profound appreciation for the wealth, for the lessons, for the opportunities, for the success flowing into your life. Feel this deeply in your soul, deep inside of you. This profound appreciation for this wealth that is surrounds you, for this community that surrounds you, for this wellness in your body that surrounds you, this calmness in your mind, this clarity in your mind that surrounds you. Feel this abundance. Every time you ask, it appears, and you are so filled with gratitude, knowing you have more of what you want. Here's your statement. I am grateful for the wealth and opportunities unfolding, revealing in my life my best potential. I am grateful for the wealth and the opportunities that are flowing into my life, revealing my potential. I receive them with joy, clarity, and certainty, with an assurance. These are my thoughts. These are my dreams. I receive them with joy and certainty. Say yes. I am grateful for the wealth and opportunities unfolding and revealing my highest potential in my life. I receive them with joy, clarity, and certainty. Imagine a golden light radiating from your heart, expanding outwards. And as it expands, it increases its ability to attract more prosperity to you. The universe is showing you images of things beyond what you expected, beyond what you anticipated, and you say yes. Because it's the vibration that you sit in that the universe says, I can match that, and I can do more. Say yes. Feel the abundance flowing into you. Feel the clarity. Feel the certainty that this is already done. Say, thank you, Father. Thank you, Father, for it is done. And now, with all of this awareness, let's activate, let's turn on our ability for the certain way. Wallace teaches us that action is necessary, and not just any action, action in a certain way. I want you to visualize yourself moving forward with confidence. Feel confidence, feel completely in control, completely in honor of the skills that you've developed, the talents you've developed, the awareness you've developed, and the confidence to share from your best version, from a cooperative mind, not a competitive mind. You now step forward and move into the world of cooperation. See yourself taking bold, inspired steps towards this vision, making it become real. You are decisive. Say, I am decisive. Say, I am resourceful. I am committed. I'm decisive. I make good, powerful decisions quickly. I see resources available to me to share with others. I see them easily. I see them clearly. They come to me confident. I have a level of commitment to my dreams, to those I've made promises to, and I say yes to acting in a certain way. Here's the affirmation. Every action I take moves me closer to my well. I act with purpose, my purpose. I act with faith, my faith, and I act with power, my power, to do things in a certain way. Every action I take moves me closer to my wealth. I act with my purpose, with my faith, and my power in a certain way. Feel yourself beginning to vibrate in that certain way. This is your secret power. Acting in a certain way that only you can act to arrive at your goals is the main focus for your energy. The I don't knows in your life are you not acting in your certain way. You know what to do. Act in a certain way. Access the thinking substance. For every I don't know, the thinking substance brings you the not knowing. You now say, I am looking for the solution and I find it. That's acting in a certain way. I don't know what to do isn't a solution for you anymore. You are taking inspired action. You know where to begin to look. You may not know the answer. You know where to begin to look to have the answer reveal itself to you. Say this again. Every action I take moves me closer to my wealth. I act with purpose, faith, and power. Ah, say yes. So now we're going to begin to come back out of this state, and we're going to return to the present with a level of confidence and awareness and a feeling of your body with action, confidence. Slowly bring your awareness back to your body. Wiggle your fingers. As soon as you had a thought of wiggling your fingers began to move. The universe operates in the exact same. You say, wiggle my fingers or bring me my dream. The universe acts instantly. Wiggle your toes. Take a deep breath and feel the power of your mind to shape your reality. Feel that. Take another big breath in. Hold it. And slowly exhale. When you're ready, begin to open your eyes. Step forward into this day, into this moment, into this now, with your unwavering faith and your clear vision. And welcome home. I want you to look for things around you that are red. Look for things that are red. Activate your prefrontal cortex, your executive decision making, and become aware that you are acting in a certain way. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thoughts, comments, feedback, takeaway. What'd you learn? What'd you like? Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Sean.
Good morning, Selka.
I love when you do these meditations because it really starts my day off very calm and focused.
I love it. Thank you for sharing that.
Yes. Yes, I'm ready to do my very top best today.
Excellent. And when you do that, what's the reward? What's the reward you will give yourself? Something simple, something maybe you've been waiting to do. Could be you're going to have a little chamomile tea. I don't know. Give yourself a reward. If you do the things you say you're going to do, if you act in a certain way, you should reward yourself for the immediate response. It's not about this immediate gratification. It's about rewiring your brain to say, if I do new, what's my reward? We always seem to wait till, well, I got to get my goal and I got to do it 5 times over and then I'll reward myself. I want you to think of this incremental growth that you will do your very best today. You do your best today. And maybe you kicked a stone or a can down the road and might have been able to do it a little, but you, for the most part, you are on the right side of your best version of you. What might be a small reward you would do that would, you could say, you know what, this is for me. And it could be you taking a special glass of water, just it's a glass of water, just a regular, and you make it special by saying, this is my hydration treat for me. I want you to think of a little reward you could give yourself today for doing your best to arrive at your best.
You know what's popped in my head, what sounds amazing, is a foot massage.
There you go. So I would look, and where would you go? Do you have to book it? Do you have to set a time? I would set the time.
There is a place right across the street from my house.
Okay. So please give yourself
I've
that
never
treat
been
today.
there, so it would be an adventure to go to a new place. It's just really literally across the street from my house.
So I would encourage yourself to say at 6 o'clock today or 7 o'clock today, after I've worked and I've done the things. So now your body is working towards a reward. Your body is working towards a little treat. And listen, Michelle and I, when we were in Dallas, we would go every weekend, the two of us, every weekend. And that was our treat. We'd do 90-minute foot and body. And we got, you get to where you really feel how valuable that is to your body. So I would push myself a little bit more. I would work a little bit longer. I would do things a little bit more strenuous because I knew on Saturday or Sunday we were going to go have that foot massage because I knew that was going to be the reward.
That's a,
Here at the ranch, it's sitting with Apollo and Astrid. I did that yesterday. That was a photo I put up on Facebook. I sat with them for an hour.
they don't give you a massage?
Apollo does. He headbutts you. And it's sometimes a Swedish deep massage headbutt, and other times it's not. But he does that when you stop petting him, just like a puppy.
Ah, yes.
If you stop scratching him, he likes scratch between his shoulders. And if he doesn't do that, he paws you, or he
He paws you.
yeah, or he puts his head. And Astrid is the same thing. I love when Astrid, one of the greatest compliments I could ever receive from that other universe is when Astrid lays down next to me. For an animal to lay down, a sheep who is in constant fight or flight, for them to lay down next to you and chew their cud, it's one of the great, to me, I mean, there's probably people like, you're nuts. And I am, and I agree with that. But
I
that's one of the,
totally get that. So when you say that, I've literally, for the last 7 years, wanted my horse to lay down with me. She still hasn't. She does not lay down a lot. Sometimes people have sent me a picture where they actually seen her lay down. I have never seen her lay down. Uh,
wow.
but I always see all these videos and these pictures where people laying down with their horse, the horse is laying down with them and sleeping with them. And because I see the horse more as a pet than, you know, and
A tool or a riding animal. Yes,
yeah,
I
because
get you.
some
Yep.
people teach us as, a working animal. That's
Yes.
what it's called. But I see it as a pet. And yeah, so it took a long time to give kisses. And this is funny. Right now, my student who gave me the horse 7 years ago is out from Michigan visiting. So we went yesterday to visit Annie and spend time together. And she said, "Oh, some people like it when she used to be a vet for horses and llamas, so she thinks much differently about the horse than I do. People let the horse kiss them. I mean, that's very dangerous. The horse can take off your face." And I'm like, "Well, I like it when the horse."
Wow.
Yeah, no, she thinks totally different, and she's had horse. Her mother used to be a jockey. I
Okay.
mean, very interesting history. So she literally, and she also, she has two horses in Michigan. It's very cold there, and I'm go, "Oh, do you cover them at night? Because in California, people covered their horses at night." And she says, "No, no, they are, they farm animals. They don't need to be covered at night." So
Isn't it
much different
interesting?
mindset. Yeah, but I totally relate to you because I really always wanted her to lay down with me, and she's like,
Well, that's a target. And here's the thing. Same horse, two different perspectives of the same horse.
"Oh
It
yeah, I should."
it
Yeah,
it is 100% the same that we look at people. The same that we look at distributors, or we look at business partners, or we look at leaders, or we look at customers. It's this we can have the same kind of different visual as we build our business. People might look at your business, your DMP, and say, "Well, you'll never be able to do that." And we don't need. Jim Rohn would say, "If you don't want to be sick, don't listen to sick people."
yeah,
So if we don't want to have doubts about our dreams, we probably shouldn't tell people who are going to be doubtful about our dreams. We don't need to convince them. The only person we need to convince is us. And then we need to sit in gratitude and let God deliver, let the universe deliver, let the supreme thinking stuff deliver. And that's where we constantly have to hold our burning desire of what it is we want. It is it to for me, I do it about every hour. I'll say my mission statement to leave a legacy of positive impact for 600 generations. And there's times where my brain says, or my ego says, you're in Shirley, Arkansas. How the hell are you going to have influence over 600 generations? I say, isn't that interesting? I'm glad you don't know because my thinking stuff does. And it goes off and it walks into the lake and disappears. But I get attacked all the time by my thoughts. And because I know how to work with them, love them, and say, thanks for checking in. Have a wonderful day with gratitude, love, and respect. And off they go. Now, there's 1,001 waiting somewhere. I didn't ask them to show up. That's my old story. You didn't go to college. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. Isn't that fascinating? I'll be one of those geniuses they talk about. Edison had a third grade education. Ford had a barely finished kindergarten. I think they made it to fourth grade. Einstein, they said he's not going to be able to talk. He didn't talk till he was like 7 or 8.
Really? I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. All of the greats, they were told something's wrong with them. And so I hope people say you're crazy. Oh, thank God I'm on the right path.
Well, somebody just told me yesterday I was mentally ill, so maybe
Excellent. You have an illness I wish more people had. And
yeah.
so change the way we look at things, right? In a certain way. When you get attacked, you're probably on the right area. You're probably on the right path. And here's the thing. When we start to act in our certain way, there's a good chance the people we hang around won't be people we hang around. See, one of my goals is to be able to take spontaneous trips. Last year, we took 5 spontaneous within a week. Pack your bags, we're going to Montana.
Oh,
Well,
I remember you going there. Yeah.
how are we getting there? Well, my brother has a plane. Let me see if he wants to come up. And the brother worked with David, worked with Mr. Bintliff as a pharmacist 20 years ago. So I said, yeah, I'll be happy to come up. I'll fly y'all out to, well, you're going to stay? He says, well, okay, but you may have to stay an extra day because I got to fly back to, he had to fly back to Dallas or Denver or somewhere to go take care of something. He just sold a business for $60 million. But okay, y'all be ready next Thursday. We'll meet down at the airport. We'll go down to the airport in Conway and Michael will meet us there and we'll all fly out we stopped in Idaho for gas. Who does that? The universe does that. Universe does that.
I know.
And you've got to be ready. So the question is could you go? Right. So that was the question. Michelle made it. Well, absolutely. She changed her schedule so that while we were on the plane, she didn't have any appointments. And when we landed, she had an appointment to do. And she worked part of the day. And so she worked from Montana, from the cabin house in Montana. The question is when the universe shows up, can you say yes? Are you ready to receive? If we had traditional work, Michelle's job is traditional. Mine sure as heck isn't traditional. Could we have somebody take care of the sheep? Yeah. Mason took care of the sheep. Everything works out. If you set yourself, are you ready to receive the goals you want? That was on a dream board. I want to take 5 spontaneous vacations. What do they look like? I don't know. Spontaneous, and they're a vacation. And these were over the top amazing. The universe outdid itself. Listening to the elk bugle. Listening to the elk bugle. I'd never heard that before. Going to Yellowstone. Never did that before. All of these things.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It
It has
is.
so many natural wonders in one place. I had to go there 2 days and still didn't see everything. It's just like
It's
I was so blown away. Yeah.
so in those states, again, I didn't know what the vacations would look like. Here's the vision I carried. Here's certainly I thought. Michelle giggling. When Michelle giggles, things are really, really good. And so that's the vision that I hold, is Michelle giggling. That's the sound I play in my head. When her shoulders come up and she gets like a little kid. Guess what? When she looks at me out of the corner of her eye, because she wants to tell me something, but doesn't want to tell me something, doesn't want to spoil the surprise, but isn't sure if I'm really going to like it or not, but she thinks it's a really neat surprise. Guess what? Those are the images. I don't know what the rest of it is. I just know that's the state she's in. And for me, that's the motivation to keep myself excited, because I'm in a certain way most of the time. That gets me even in more of a certain way when I can when her giggle inspires me to stay in that state, because that's the thing I want to deliver as her spouse, as her husband, as her soulmate. I want to deliver giggles to her.
Oh, that's so special. I love
So
that.
that's why we now have the dog that nobody wanted. We don't need a fifth dog. We had 5 dogs. Yeah, that was enough. 4 is enough. I don't think so. And now Monster, who's sleeping with Michelle's slipper under her mouth, under her chin, is this joy that brings Michelle giggle. And that's all I look at. That's all I pay focus to, is Michelle giggling. Because Michelle was here before Mason. Mason's not an afterthought, but Michelle is my primary source. Michelle is my primary goal. Take care of myself.
It'd be good if everybody was thinking like that. They're married. That's an amazing way to think and to be. And I'm sure Michelle feels very blessed to have you.
Most of the time, she likes me. Her love language is acts of service, and
Oh,
it's not necessarily acts of service like fix the fence, cut the grass. It's more like mop and vacuum,
oh,
or
okay.
fold the laundry. I try to fold the laundry. I swear I try. And when the pile is done and it's folded, you're not sure if it just came out of the dryer or if it's got to go into the washing machine, because it just I'm not a folder. I choose not to spend any time getting good at it. So I'll carry the baskets, I'll do the thing. I still don't know how to fold a towel to get it to so that the corners, I don't. It's
Well, you could just roll it. My daughter rolls all the towels,
Yeah,
and
she doesn't like roll. I do that with I do that's how I fold my underwear, is I roll it. Do not roll. It needs to sit flat in the drawer. Okay, well then I just
oh my God, that's funny. I don't care as long as it's done.
I,
Yeah. So, well, thank you, thank you, thank you.
you are
Thank
welcome, welcome, welcome. And again, it's always about the state. So when you have these most recent moments, and this is for everyone, when you have the most recent moments of joy in your life, that's an indicator of you have joy in your life and you have the vibration. How the image sounds, right? So here's the thing. So this is what's coming to me. I'm not musical. I can sing a little bit. But if somebody goes, oh, that's a B. I don't know what tone it is, what note it is. But guitar can play a G note. A piano can play a G note, and they can be in tune, in harmony. A bass violin, a bass viola, a big bass guitar. There's another bass. I don't know what you call it. It looks like a big violin that you stand up. It's 5 feet tall. That could play a G.
Trombone.
Every every note in the orchestra could play a G. It's coming from a different instrument. It's still the same note. And what I hope I can translate to you is that it's the note that is the vibration of joy for you that can then start to be played by an orchestra of possibility. Your DMP, the thing you want, the goal you want, is sitting at the highest vibration of your capability, because that's what it's going to make you feel like.
Oh,
If you're
yes.
if your goal is to have a dream house on the ocean or a mountain house on a ski in, ski out, When you walk in and turn the key, you're going to feel a certain way. And it's the excitement of the feeling before you even turn the key that made the turning of the key possible. So that, let's just say that's the G note. And then let the oboe play, let the trumpet play, let the clarinet play, let the xylophone play, let the violin play, let the first chair violin play, let the piccolo play, all the G note. And all of a sudden, the volume of G note of vibration begins to flow to you. And this is what I believe when Napoleon Hill said, it begins to flow to you in an abundance that you wonder, where were all of the G notes before? They're in the air all around you. I look down at Molly right now. She's laying right here, head on the slipper, cutest thing is a button. And Beamish is laying over there with his face towards the wall because he doesn't even want to look at her. Because he knows that if she came over and climbed on him, he would have to let her do that. Because I would say, Beamish, be nice. And he's that good of a boy and that much of a lover that he would like, oh, do I have to be the uncle to a bitey baby again? I have all of these things. When I walk outside, Astrid will hear me, my feet on the stones in the driveway. And she'll go, bah. Like, good morning, baby. I love you. So I have all of these G notes that I get to see, that I get to hear, that I get to feel. I'll get to walk out to the lake. We've had rain. We've had 1.5 inches of rain. So the lake came up about 3.5 inches, which is awesome because that's what I use for irrigation. I love that the lake is able to hold another 285,000 gallons of water. I figured it out. About 1 inch is 70,000 gallons of water on the lake, on our pond. That's awesome. I now have an additional 250,000 gallons. I can water the pastures and water the grass and make the place look amazing. When I walk up to the pasture, when I walk up to go feed the sheep this morning, I just put down a whole bunch of grass seed. And every now and then I'll see some grass seed and I'll go, I hope you grow. You're going to be green. I love you. Thousands upon thousands of grass seed, 50, 100 pounds of grass seed. So when you ask me, how do you do this? That's the how. I find it in everything. Spring is coming. One of the most unbelievable energetic moments for me is when there's that very light green in all of the trees across the entire ranch, all 780 trees. Now, some of them are pine trees. They're green already. So take out 100 pine trees. 680 trees, and there's some that are starting to bloom right now. They're starting to their little blossom is starting to puff up. It hadn't popped yet, but it's starting to puff up. A little maple tree on the north side of one of the North Valley is right there where the water flows in, and it's this beautiful. I was stood on the rocks yesterday, and I heard, "Hey, look at me!" And I'm like, literally, somebody yelled, "Hey, look at me!" And there's nobody there. It's me and Molly walking around in Beamish. And I looked over and it was this tree in with all of its stuff absolutely just bursting like the images. And I love my Italian families. A little fat Italian waiting to eat more pasta. It was just this little thing waiting to go poof. And so I reached over and I kissed its branch and I said, "Oh, thank you for letting me notice you." "Oh, you're weird." "I know. I hope you catch some weirdness." That's my certain way. That's my certain way.
It brings you joy. So that's the most important.
And that's the key with everything. Now, I could look at it. There's people who would look at trees blooming, and you know what they would say? You know what? I know, I've met these people. They would look at the trees that are blooming and they go, "Yeah, but in fall, all those things are going to fall on the ground and I got to pick them up." Are you kidding me? We haven't even gone through summer and you're worried about falling leaves and picking up leaves and having to burn. But there's people like that, isn't there? So I would offer you the opportunity to be in the present, ever generous moment People are saying to me, why are you watering your grass? Why did you get a water pump to water your grass? You know, that means you got to cut the grass more. I said, I know, I love it. I love the smell of cut grass. I want to be able to cut all 20 acres of my property and to be green all year long. I want it to be an oasis. Is that going to take work? Yes. The universe is going to bring me a solution to make that happen easier. I'm just going to go build it, and the solutions will come. Maybe we find a whole bunch of grazing, more sheep that'll just eat all of the grass, and I don't have to cut it, but it'll always be green. I don't know, but I know what I want. And I have a 5-year plan, and I'm in year 2. And I think I'm a little ahead of schedule. I'm okay with that.
That's amazing.
So I share with you my vision so that, well, how does he do it? Y'all have more capability and capacity than I do. I know this. I know this. I mean, if God says even the least of you can do this and more, then him, then Jesus. Even the least among you can do more than me. I know you can all do more than me. I can do more than me. I think we should focus in a certain way and do more than we can. And that's vibration. That's the thinking. That's the accessing and knowing that everything you think about. Every time I turn around and I see little bitey down here, my heart jumps. That's why I turn away. It's a recharge for me. I see Beamish over there sleeping. She's passed, and she just slept all night with me, which is unbelievable for a puppy to do that. I get up, 4:30. She gets up. Now she's acting like a piranha. Everything fits in her arm. Her mouth went around my bicep today, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" Little bitey, sharpy teeth, piranha. Well, I took her out. She went out. She sat, and then she goes to pee, and then she sits by the door. Doesn't bark. She does what the other dogs do. What Seamus does. He scratches the door just ever so gently because he's not supposed to scratch the door. Well, she flew herself into the door. She's like, "Oh well, if you can scratch," and I heard this bang into the door. Like, what the hell was that? And she banged it. She jumped into the door. She doesn't know how to jump yet. She hasn't quite figured out her jump schedule. So we have all of these things. Find the things that are always around you to find joy in. Look at pictures. Put yourself in that vibration in the certain way. The certain way is the vibration and holding that vibration. The reason Bob Proctor carried his gold card with him and read it twice a day, he read it about 20 times a day if you ever talked to him. He would read it all the time. He would stick his hand in his pocket, touch it, and read it. Simply by touching it, he would say it in his mind. How often are you saying your DMP? How often are you saying your vision statement? If that's not coming out of your mouth every second of every day in between you doing stuff, if you're doing mundane stuff, when I go defrost shrimp, I eat shrimp with a lot. When I defrost the shrimp, I'm saying my mantra. It doesn't take, I don't have to think about putting shrimp in a bowl and running cold water on it. So I'm saying my mantra. If I'm making eggs for the chickens, I'm saying my mantra. If I don't have to use my thinking power to do what I'm doing, walking to the sheep, I'm saying my mantra. Well, I don't know how you do it that often. I don't know how you can't. I just don't. So I keep coming up with new ideas and new ways and meditations and conversations for you to be able to pick up your dream and begin to put it in your pocket and carry it with you. It's a shift. It is a life shifting awareness to realize that you are a perfect divine being. There is not a thing wrong with you. There are so many things right with you you haven't found yet. That's my goal. That's my journey. That's my legacy. If I can leave each generation for the next 600 with somebody realizing that they are a perfect universal being filled with love and joy, that's how it'll last 600 generations.
Well, that's very powerful, John.
So
Thank you for sharing that.
you're welcome. All of the clues are right in front of you. Everything you need is right in front of you. And when you need more, it will show up and you'll say things like, oh my gosh, you won't believe what happened. Really? Tell me. Who else? Thoughts, comments, questions, takeaways, take with yous. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Would you learn? Would you like? What aha came to you? What thing will you change?
Good morning.
Good morning, my little peanut.
Thank you. And thank you. That was amazing. I want to see if you can repeat for me one of the affirmations that at first I wanted to just listen, and then when I was trying to write, I didn't get the whole thing. So it
Okay.
was, I am grateful for the wealth and opportunities. And then at the end, it was, I receive them with joy, clarity, and certainty. I need the middle.
I am grateful for the opportunities unfolding in my life.
Unfolding. And
I receive them with joy and
Mm,
certainty.
okay.
I'm grateful for the wealth and opportunities unfolding in my life.
I am grateful for the wealth and opportunities unfolding in my life. I receive them with joy, clarity, and certainty.
Yes. And then what was the start of the other one?
Every action I take
Moves
moves me
me
closer to
closer
my
to my
wealth.
wealth. I act with my purpose.
My faith, my power in a certain way.
Yep.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you.
Look how much of a genius you are.
Mhm. Thank you.
Scale of 1 and how's unstoppable champion?
10.
How's that feel?
Um, great. Great. Um, I feel great. I'm running on 3 hours of sleep, but I feel great. I was planning on taking a nap, but the meditation was more rejuvenating than a nap.
Here's the thing about meditation. When you are able to access the deepest parts of a good meditation, meaning good for you, it is equivalent. In 20 minutes, your body can recharge equivalent to 8 hours of sleep.
Oh wow, I didn't know that, but I did feel like a rush of energy or like
So,
a little high of energy.
so let's look at it. I listen. I'm not a physician, but I'm going to say offer you an opportunity. If all of a sudden you were lethargic, tired, and you wanted to take a nap, and yet when you listen to a meditation, you seem to have rejuvenated. Where does energy come from in our body? It comes from our cells. And inside our cells is something, the energy is called the mitochondria. That's the fuel, that's the energy, the powerhouse of our body is our mitochondria. And in
Mhm.
our mitochondria, we can become sluggish. Energy is everything. Movement is all required for energy. Something has to move. And it's the movement of the ATP inside of our mitochondria that gives us power. So when we start to go into meditation, we can clear out negative energy. Do you think our thoughts can be stored in our body?
Yes.
So you had the thought of being tired. Your body responded by saying, "Oh, we need to take a nap." Then
Yeah,
you
I actually
started to
skipped
hear
my
the
workout.
meditation. You went, "Ooh, this is me. Ooh, this is the unstoppable chamois." And your body went, "Oh, okay, let's change our vibration." You didn't take a nutritional, you didn't take a shot of espresso, you didn't take a Red Bull and all of a sudden had wings. You gave yourself wings because those are the wings you fly on already. Now, does your
Amazing.
body need sleep? Absolutely. Am I saying, well, you should operate on 3 hours? No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that even in what we appear to be a tired moment, if we shift our vibration and awareness, we can inspire our body to access the energy of the abundant universe. And that's all you did. I shouldn't say that's all you did. That was a huge shift. And you did it amazing because you want more of unstoppable Shami. Now, here's the thing I would offer you. Go read your list of 100 things you wrote. Just as a thing, just every now and then have it around, read it.
I love the optimized version of me.
Yep. And that's what you did. Didn't you just become optimized? Right?
Yeah,
You're like Optimus Prime. And all of a sudden, I got energy on 3 hours sleep.
Yeah.
Put a song on, shake your booty, you'll have even more energy. And then you'll get a deeper sleep tonight. Or when you take a nap, you'll go easily and effortlessly into a nap. Now, have you ever heard of a nappuccino?
No.
Okay, so a nappuccino
15 minutes.
well is you take a coffee, go to sleep,
Oh,
because you take a coffee and you set a timer for 25 minutes. Because it takes about 30 minutes for the caffeine to get into your bloodstream. So that when you do take a nap, after about 20 minutes, you don't want to do it much more than 20 minutes because there's something called sleep inertia. Do you ever go back to sleep and you're like, man, I can't even wake up now? That's called sleep
yeah.
inertia. So about 20 minutes. So you take a coffee, café con leche. You take a coffee, you go lay down, you go to sleep, you take a nap, you set the timer for 20, 25 minutes. And when you wake up, the coffee's in your system and you're ready to go.
Yeah, I have heard of that actually. I didn't know the name of it.
Yeah, it's called a
Nappuccino.
nappuccino.
I like that. Yeah, I have. I heard it as a like reading, like take your coffee, read yourself to sleep, 20-minute nap, and then when you wake up, you have energy.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm about to go work, but I'm gonna go work with a whole different energy than I was going to before. My plan was to take a nap for like a 30-minute hour nap and go to work, and I don't think my energy would have been the same. I have to go straight to work now, but I know that I'm gonna be feeling good,
So
and I can take a nap
as you're at
later.
work, give yourself some pats on the back going, hey body, thanks for giving me the energy. Thanks for thanks for becoming optimized. Use that word often.
Will do. I have been actually. It's been like
No, really
ringing.
shocking. Wow,
It's been ringing in my mind.
you've been speaking it into existence. Isn't that
It's my favorite affirmation at the moment.
listen, I think you can always be optimizing, and I think that's always you excelling and moving in the right direction. So I love it, love it, love it. Enjoy your day today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Squish you like a little bug when I hug you. Anyone else?
Just like
Last
my
thought.
dad does. My dad literally squeezes the life out of me, but it feels so good. It's like the best squeeze, the tightest, best squeeze ever.
I love it. That's so cool. Anyone else? Last thoughts, comments, questions, takeaways, take with you. Okie dokie. Today is Wednesday, March 5th. Enjoy your day. I'm your head brain training, brain scrambling, optimize yourself misfit. I'll see y'all where?